YouTube, how's it going? It's Noah, and I'm back again with another video. And in this video, let's talk about day 2 in the NFL free agency. So, I want to highlight on this real quick. Will the Cowboys change their approach? The Dallas Cowboys are poised to do anything they want in the NFL free agency. It just might not be what the Cowboys fans want them to do. Now, listen. If your franchise has a good GM, a good front office, then trust in them. If they've proven themselves to be more than capable and more than able to do their job and do it well, then trust the process. This is coming from a Ravens fan that has seen fellow Ravens fans uh, just fly off the handle saying that Eric DeCosta doesn't know what he's doing or what are the Ravens doing or this and that. So if your GM and front office has proven that they are more than able to do their job and do it well, trust the process. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So, Lions releasing defensive tackle Danny Shelton. Now, I don't know much about Danny Shelton. I've heard his name a couple times. I believe he was pretty well. He did pretty well. So, I believe he's up there in age, though, too. So, well, here says Shelton started all 12 games he played for Detroit last year with one sack as a run-stopping defensive tackle. This move will give the Lions $4 million more in cap space with dead money hit of $1.25 million. So that's a good deal for them, and it's just the cap casualty at that point. So Broncos picked up option on linebacker Von Miller's contract. It's going to be good for the Broncos. Hopefully, Von Miller can stay healthy this season. And they got somebody else. I think it's Bradley Chubb. So Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, if them two can get something going, then Broncos got a pretty good defense, and they've already added some more pieces this free agency. So, just Vic Fangio just keep building on to that already good defense, and Broncos are going to have a defense that's going to be one to take notice of. They just need to figure out their QB situation. And of course, New England Patriots added tight end free agent tight end Hunter Henry from the Los Angeles Chargers to pair with Jonnu Smith, and the already Nelson Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne. So they're just adding more weapons to the offense and spending money. Bucks are obviously trying to bring back Ndamukong Suh, and I said it, and I'm going to say it again. If the Bucks can keep that defense together, then by all means, I think they should, because that defense won them that championship. Everybody can, Tom Brady had a hand in it as well, but that defense really won them their championship. Several teams interested in former Patriots running back James White. I've seen where the Seahawks, I think, the Bucks have interest in free agent running back James White of the New England Patriots, and I believe the Patriots had interest in Leonard Fournette. I've seen somewhere where somebody said Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are going back and forth, and that they want to see Tom Brady and Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl. And hey, I can't lie, I would too. That would, of course, mean that my Ravens didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but hey, if I can't get that, then I will be rooting for that. Let's just say that. Tight end Chris Manhertz heading to Jacksonville. Don't know much about this guy, but I'm sure I'm sure it'll be a nice piece for Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer to work with. So good on them. Cornerback Chidobe Awazi to sign with Bengals. Again, don't know much about him. Um, so apparently he signs with. He'll be pairing with Trey Waynes, and I do know a little bit about Trey Waynes. I know he's a pretty good cornerback. So if Awazi is as good as Trey Waynes is, then the Bengals have a good cornerback duo. Tyus Bowser re-signing in Baltimore. So my team, we've lost. Obviously, it says here Matthew Judon and Nathan Dogway. And also, we lost Jihad Ward, who proved to be a pretty good defensive piece for us. And many Ravens fans were hoping we would bring him back, but we obviously are not. And he signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Jaguars have a pretty good defense as well. And I'm starting to notice a trend here that teams are really, really, really adding pieces to their defense. And, it seems like teams are still have that mentality that defense wins championships. And, I mean, that may be in part to watching the Bucks and how they destroyed the Chiefs. So that's just my take on it. But Washington still seeking offensive help. Um, they just need another wide receiver, a good quarterback, and they probably could use a couple more. I mean, this alone here says all that needs to be said. Um, yeah, the Washington defense is pretty good, but again, their offense needs help. So, Saints coach Sean Payton expects Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill to compete for a starting quarterback job. Sean Payton, please go with Jameis Winston. Please. That's all I'm asking. All right. Jaguars signing cornerback Shaquille Griffin. Now, again, this Jaguars defense is only getting better. They have Josh Allen, and they've signed some other people as well, I believe. So the Shaquille Griffin was. I know the Seahawks are really trying hard to bring him back, but for him to sign with the Jacksonville Jaguars to a $44.5 million deal that includes $29 million guaranteed. You spend big bucks for players that play big, so good for the Jaguars. Vikings released defensive tackle is Shamar Stephen. So he went from he went from 3 teams in 3 in 2019 to no sack in place of Michael Pierce last season. And Michael Pierce used to play for the Ravens, but I don't know much about Shamir Stephen, but I'm sure it was probably a cap move. That was re-signing cornerback C.J. Goodwin. I've heard his name a couple times. I believe he's pretty good. So, tight end Robert Tonyan gets second-round tenure from Packers. I know Robert Tonyan. I've heard his name a couple times as well. So, whoever gets him is probably going to have a pretty good tight end. Tyson Alolu heading back. I know I've heard his name again, a couple times as well. And he's 33, but he's going to be a good piece to that building Jaguars defense. So, could Washington have interest in QB Sam Darnold? Listen, I like Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I like the other guy that they have. I don't know his name, but Sam Darnold. I mean, I would say he's an improvement. He's a step up from the two guys you already have. So I mean, you can get Sam Darnold for a year, and you see how it goes. And if you can fix them, great. If you can't, then well, you know, then it looks like you'll be drafting a quarterback next draft. So, just something to watch out for. Cornerback Mike Hilton headed from Steelers to Bengals. I know that Mike Hilton done pretty well for the Steelers, so for the Bengals to pick him up along with their other cornerbacks that they have, seems like the Bengals are trying to build up their cornerback group, so good for the Bengals. Raiders releasing corner Rodney Hudson, or center, not corner. Raiders releasing center Rodney Hudson. He's a three-time Pro Bowl, so I think this is a cap casualty move. I'm pretty sure, but you know, Rodney Hudson is regarded to, right here, three-time Pro Bowl. That alone tells you all you need to know about this guy. So whoever picks him up, good on them. Brown signing defensive end Marquise McKinley. Don't know much about him for 1 year. 1 year, $4.25 million up to $6 million. So signed to play opposite Myles Garrett. I don't know much about this, man, but I'm interested to see. Um, Let me see if I can. Oh, this. Oh, he played for the. Um, Dang on. He played for the Falcons. I've seen him. He's 6'2", 230. 3 sacks in 2019, 4 sacks, and not 3.5 sacks in 2019, and 1 sack in 2020. 3 assists. It combined. It seems like I can't give a fair evaluation on this dude, but again, numbers don't tell the whole story. So, um, I guess we'll just have to see. Um, I'm sorry, I thought. Colts are placing second round tender on wide receiver Zach Pascal. Now I know that Zach Pascal was a pretty good wide receiver for the Colts, and he was placing a second round tender on him. Whoever decides to pick him up is gonna have a good additional piece to their wide receiver room. So, Ravens re-signing Chris Ford, um, a 1 year, 1.6 mil agreement with Ford. Ford, I remember him getting that sack on Daniel Jones. I don't remember much about. I also know that he's more of a depth piece than anything, but um, you know, obviously the Ravens felt like he was good enough to be re-signed. So, offensive tackle Ty Nisi signing with Cowboys on a 1 year deal. Uh, he's the Bills' former offensive tackle, and I mean the Cowboys already have a good offensive line, so just signing this guy, I'm sure, is only going to make it better. So good for the Cowboys and good for. They're probably obviously trying to build up the offensive line even more now that they signed Dak Prescott to that big deal. So Giants and defensive lineman Leonard Williams agree on a 3 year, $63 million deal. I know that they got this deal done because they were needing to get this deal done so they could find money other places or begin their free agency spending. So good on the Giants and good piece to retain. So Steelers offensive tackle Zach Banner announces that he is staying in Pittsburgh. Um, Good for him. Good for obviously whoever is the Steelers quarterback. Wide receiver John Ross and the Giants agree on a 1 year deal. Um, a 1 year deal worth 2.5 million with 1 million guaranteed. That's cheap for a dude that was, when coming out of college in his first couple of seasons in the NFL, was regarded to be one of the best speed burners in the NFL. So to get somebody on that cheap of a deal, if you can get production out of this guy, good for the Giants. Packers cornerback Tramon Williams retires on his 30th birthday. I know that he played uh, for the Ravens for a short stint, and I believe he done pretty well. But while he was playing for us, or it might have been Devontae Harris. I'm not sure. Bears discussing trade options for wide receiver Anthony Miller. I don't know much about Anthony Miller, but uh, let's check out his stats real quick. Oh, he's had 2 touchdowns in 2020 and 2 touchdowns in 2019. 485 yards, 49 receptions, 52 receptions, 656 yards. So in total, he's had 134 receptions, 1,564 yards, uh, and 11 touchdowns. So he's apparently been pretty good. So whoever picks him up is going to have a nice piece. Titans releasing cornerback Dory Jackson and offensive tackle Dennis Kelly. Uh, these guys cap casualty moves. So I remember Adore Jackson, and I do remember Dennis Kelly. And it's kind of surprising to see the Titans releasing as many players as they are. But I mean, they're I mean, they create this much money. So I mean, I'm not sure what the Titans are doing, but hopefully it all works out. Steelers cut ties with veteran linebacker Vince Williams. Um, I know that Vince Williams, he's 31. He was selected in the 6th round of the 2013 draft, and I know that Vince Williams was a pretty good linebacker for the Steelers. So another cap move. So whoever picks up Vince Williams is going to have a good linebacker on their defense. Chiefs released veteran running back Damian Williams. Um, a cap move. I'm sure. Well, it is a cap move, and he sat out last season due to COVID. So, this is the running back. Yeah, that done really well against the Niners in that Super Bowl. That should have won the MVP, but didn't. Oh, all right, somebody's gonna have a nice running back. Falcons restructure Matt Ryan's contract to get down their salary cap. Good for Matt Ryan. Good move. You know, Bears agreed to terms with quarterback. Oh yeah, this is one. We gotta talk about this one. So it came out that Bears offered 3 first-round picks, 1 third-round pick, and 2 starters for quarterback Russell Wilson of the Seattle Seahawks. And Seahawks said thanks, but no thanks. So they memes have been coming out about Andy Dalton. Uh, I mean, the Bears just need a quarterback that's going to be able to get them a little further than where they've been at in the playoffs. So, I believe Andy Dalton is a step up above Nick Foles and Mitch Trubisky. So, you got to deal with what you can get. So, quarterback Tyrod Taylor reaches deal with Texans. Poor Tyrod Taylor, man. He got his lungs punctured by that doctor and started Justin Herbert season early. But I remember Tyrod Taylor had that one good season with the Bills. Greg Roman was there, but you know everybody that plays with Greg Roman eventually ends up not turn up well. Uh, I will just say that Greg Roman. There's a reason why Greg Roman has had 3 jobs in his career so far. Jaguars agreed to terms with wide receiver Marvin Jones on 2-year, $14.5 million, $14.5 million deal, including $9.2 million fully guaranteed. I know Marvin Jones was one of the hotter free agents coming out. So, I mean, I like what the Jaguars got going on. They're building, and with Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence coming to town, I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to see what the Jaguars are this season. Dolphins reached agreement with quarterback Jacoby Brissett on 1-year deal. This is an insurance policy, if you ask me, in case Tua doesn't pan out. Hopefully he does. That's all I'm going to say about Tua. Russell Wilson, same put. Yes, he is. He's not going anywhere. Next season, maybe. This season, no. Obviously, because if the Bears offered the Seahawks 3 first rounds and a 3rd round pick and 2 starters, yeah, obviously the Seahawks have no interest on moving on from Russell Wilson this season. So, but hey, I will tell you, if you guys want to make a trade with us, Ravens, for our right tackle, Orlando Brown, and give us somebody good, really good in return, we'd appreciate it. So, just putting that out there. Jaguars trade for Saints defensive tackle Malcolm Brown. Don't know much about this dude. But Titans agreed to terms with cornerback Janoris Jenkins, so they cut cornerback Adoree Jackson to sign Janoris Jenkins. He played for the Saints, and he done pretty well in the Saints. So, I mean, good move, I guess. Bills add punter Matt Hack. Good move, I guess. Cardinals like lockdown right tackle. Cardinals, you went and signed J.J. Watt. I probably would have took care of that offensive line first before I worried about my defense, but that's just me. Former Rams running back Malcolm Brown heading to Miami, and Malcolm Brown was he had a tender placed on him, I believe, maybe, but Miami wanted a running back, and they want to get the running game going, so. I still expect them to probably draft somebody in the draft. So this is just an additional piece, I would assume. Ravens retain defensive end Derek Wolfe. Keeps our defensive front intact. With Derek Wolfe, Brandon Williams, and Calais Campbell. These 3 dudes are old, but they've been good. So, and to sign Derek Wolfe a 3-year, $12 million deal. Hey, Derek Wolfe balled out last season. When these 2 guys went out, Derek Wolfe held it down. So I'm glad D-Man stays in the Ravens. Saints agreed to deal with fullback. I don't know much about him. Seahawks closing deal with Pania Ford to sign. We're just going to move along here. Rams are under the cap. No surprise there. Bills trading tight end Louis Smith to Falcons. Bears re-signed guard Graham. Bills agreed to 1-year deal with wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders. They cut John Brown, and I assume that they probably brought in Emmanuel Sanders to go along with Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley. And Gabriel Davis. So I assume the Bills are just trying to continue to build on their already good wide receiver core. So good for the Bills. That's it. So obviously there's stuff going on right now. But it is 2:40, and I have schoolwork to do as well. So I'm going to get off here, edit this video, and upload it. And as always, my name is Noah. I thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, and until next time, I'm out.